Good day, and thanks for stopping by GardenStateWeather.com, New Jersey and the northern mid-Atlantic region's weather news portal. I'm forecaster Robert Smith with the daily video forecast discussion for Friday, April 19th, 2013. And we'll start off this morning with some dense fog here along eastern Long Island and into interior portions of southern Connecticut, and also some fog around Atlantic City this morning. And this is reducing the visibilities down to about a half a mile in some spots across Long Island. And there's some mist and some drizzle mixed in there too. These areas in blue here in northern and central New Jersey, just some mid and upper level cloud cover, which is on the increase today, and mid and low level clouds at 10,000 feet here in the Poconos, and also portions of southeastern Pennsylvania south of Allentown this morning. And with the cloud cover and a very light southerly flow across the region this morning, temperatures are pretty uniform. They're ranging from the mid-50s across Long Island and in and around New York City. And they're already up to 62 in Newark and 63 in Morristown. Temperatures here in northwestern New Jersey at Sussex and portions to the north and west over southern Sussex County already in the 60s. And southerly flow already bringing in very mild air temperatures this morning at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock this morning already in the mid-60s across much of southeastern Pennsylvania. It's a little cooler, about 58 Atlantic City with some fog, but temperatures to the south and west of that already responding back into the mid-60s. We can already see the clouds coming in across the region this morning to our south and to our west. There's some light patches of drizzle here across southeastern Pennsylvania and portions of the Delmarva region. We have a dense fog advisory in effect until 10 o'clock this morning for those areas that I mentioned, and also a gale warning in effect until 6 p.m. this evening for late tonight. We're going to have southerly winds across the south shore and east ends of Long Island at 15 to 20 knots, gust up to 25 knots, increasing further with gust up to 30 knots this afternoon. And there will be some occasional drizzle this morning and then chance of some sprinkles this afternoon. The fog will burn off visibilities earlier, 1 nautical mile or less. Now, southerly winds tonight at 20 to 25 knots, becoming west after midnight, gust up to 35 knots, and they could be stronger in showers and thunderstorms mainly after midnight. Visibility is improving, and the wind shift to the west up to 25 knots on Saturday. There's a chance of a few rain showers in the morning, and then Saturday night, northwest winds take in. Sunday, the winds shift back to the north, gust up to 20 knots, and seas 2 to 4 feet. And then as we get through the day on Monday, winds back around to the east at 15 to 20 knots. There is a chance of showers through Monday evening. That's a frontal disturbance. That's the front off the coast, and a weak disturbance along the mid-Atlantic coast on that front. And Tuesday night we'll have northeast winds, and there'll be a chance of showers throughout the day too as that area of low pressure lingers. Of course, our focus will be on live coverage on our blog site page and also throughout our website during today, with interactive coverage throughout the day as I work. And of course that's going to be for showers and thunderstorms developing across the area during this afternoon and spreading across the entire New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metro area and parts of the Delmarva too, into Connecticut and Long Island from around 8 o'clock tonight until about 2 or 3 tomorrow morning. Now, some of these strong storms will produce heavy downpours, which will produce local ponding and some small street flooding. Other than that, we're not expecting any major river or stream flooding. Some of the wind gusts could mix down, and these winds could mix down and produce strong damaging to trees and other areas and other things too from the heavy rain that's coming down. So some of those winds are going to be in excess of 40 to 50 miles per hour, and some of the stronger thunderstorms that make their way through the region this afternoon and during tonight. I want to focus on how warm the atmosphere is going to get this afternoon. We can already see southerly flow along the coast, where temperatures here are going to be cooled by the southerly winds from the cooler Atlantic, where temperatures are in the upper 40s and lower 50s in the Atlantic itself. And that's going to mean that right along the barrier islands, the immediate coastal sections of New Jersey and the South Shore and east ends of Long Island, also the southern shores of Connecticut and Rhode Island here, will be affected by the cooler temperatures. But inland away, even though we might get some breaks of sunshine early, most of that will fill in with cloud cover throughout the afternoon. But temperatures are really going to soar into the mid-70s across a good chunk of the area. But notice by tonight, as the rain and thunderstorms cool the atmosphere down, temperatures will rapidly cool off into the 60s and back into the 50s. Now, as we get through the morning hours, temperatures will probably top out or drop off rather into the upper 40s to around 50, 51, 52 degrees. This kind of temperature contrast in such a short period of time will mean that we're going to have a strong low-level jet, very strong southerly winds ahead of these thunderstorms, and any of these thunderstorms could be capable of producing downburst winds in excess of 40 to 60 miles per hour, vivid lightning, heavy rain, and of course small hail is also a possibility in this scenario as well. Here's our fog and drizzle and low clouds. Notice some of the modeling showing some patches of clearing throughout today, but it's trying to fill in with mostly cloudy skies, but there'll be some breaks here during the afternoon hours and late morning hours and early afternoon hours. By this afternoon, we find that some of these areas really do brighten up, and here's our strong cold front, our attendant upper low here across the Great Lakes and moving into southeastern Canada. By this evening, the front moves through, and as it's moving through, showers and thunderstorms will move across it. And notice how the clearing takes effect right after midnight into the very early morning hours tomorrow, where the winds shift to the west and the clouds begin to lift out, and we have a few high-level clouds. But notice as the cooler air and west flow come in tomorrow afternoon, the modeling is still keeping temperature in the atmosphere, which is going to be cool aloft and relatively warm at the surface with a west flow, which is a downsloping wind. And because we are going to have a tighter pressure gradient here, and also residual low-level moisture and steep lapse rates, that's the temperatures that fall rapidly as you increase in height in the atmosphere. We're going to find a lot of stratocumulus clouds developing across northwestern New Jersey, the Hudson Valley, the Poconos, and these clouds will rapidly take off and then dissipate during the evening hours. We're looking for clearing skies on Saturday night and Sunday morning. The winds begin to drop off too, and high pressure gets into control here. Mostly sunny skies, a light north wind becoming northeast on Sunday afternoon, and temperatures generally in the 50s, which is a little bit below normal once again. GFS model now going forward. We find the cold front moving through with very heavy rain and showers and thunderstorms along it from late this afternoon through tonight. That lifts to the east, and then high pressure builds in across the region from the Great Lakes through the southeastern states during the day, Saturday afternoon through Sunday and Sunday night and into Monday. And as we get into Monday, we're finding an upper low, a cutoff low here along the old baroclinic zone, the old front that passed off. And you notice this slight inversion of a trough here. This is going to mean the winds are going to back around to the east, and this is pulling the energy in along the coast. And here the modeling is trying to develop some rain across and just offshore the Carolinas and the Virginias and the Delmarva coast, and tries to bring some of that precipitation back towards at least just off the coast and into southern New England, especially offshore Long Island during the day on Monday night and Tuesday. And we'll just have to watch and see just how much of that precipitation gets close to the coast, because we have another upper low and surface low moving in towards the Great Lakes with its attendant cold front that will get through the area. So we'll probably break out of some clearing here during the day. It won't be raining all the time here, and possibly won't be raining in many areas at all on Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll just have to see how close that gets to the coast. And as we go through the day on Wednesday, Tuesday night and Wednesday, we're finding more widespread showers and thunderstorms as this front makes its way across the area. But it's going to be much cooler with this onshore flow, and even as winds back around to the east-southeast, it won't be as warm as it is today, folks, for early next week. That front comes through. There could be some moderate to heavy rain, even some embedded thunderstorms here across the mid-Atlantic states during the day on Thursday and Friday. And then high pressure gets into control here for Thursday afternoon through Thursday night and Friday and into next weekend, setting us up for generally some nice weather on Friday. And as we get into Saturday as well, high pressure still will be in control. And then we'll have to watch for this next batch to move in on Saturday night and next Sunday morning and see how much of this rain gets into the metropolitan area as well. So that's going to be a wrap for today. Watch out for the heavy rain, showers, and thunderstorms later tonight and into early Saturday morning. Some vivid lightning, very heavy downpours, some strong gusty winds, and then clearing and near seasonable weather. A little blustery on Saturday, a lot of stratocumulus clouds around in the afternoon. Clearing Saturday night, beautiful dry day on Sunday, sunshine and temperatures in the mid-50s. For GardenStateWeather.com, I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You make it a good weekend.